On a cold St. Patrick's Day in 2024, a small bundle of matted fur was discovered in a home under construction. This wasn't just any cat. This was Patty, a fighter whose story of survival would soon touch many hearts. When Patty first arrived at her foster mom's home that fateful March day, she was barely hanging on. At just over 3 pounds, her frail body revealed every rib and hip joint. The poor cat was so weak, she couldn't even stand on her own. Her fur was severely matted down to her skin, which had begun to split open from the neglect. Dehydrated and suffering, Patty needed a miracle. And that miracle came in the form of a dedicated foster mom named Pam. From the moment Patty arrived, weighing just 3 pounds and 9 ounces, Pam knew this cat deserved a fighting chance. Despite Patty's condition, there was something special in those tired eyes, a gentle spirit that refused to give up. Patty's early days in foster care were focused on basic survival. Pam immediately began treatment with critical care food, antibiotics, vitamins, and Pedialyte. Both of Patty's ears suffered from bad infections, and she was congested with an eye infection as well. Being severely dehydrated, she needed sub-Q fluids to help restore her health. That first night, Patty managed a good night's sleep, perhaps the first peaceful rest she'd had in a very long time. But the road to recovery was just beginning. Her fur had become so matted that it was painfully attached to her skin. Pam had to carefully remove these mats one at a time, knowing each pull caused discomfort to the frail feline.
This is what came off of her today. There's solid clumps on this poor baby. Look at that. So she's going to feel much more relieved with all this solid stuff like a rock on her.
Through it all, Patty showed remarkable patience, earning Pam's admiration as quite a trooper. Patty's tale told another story of neglect. It was packed with feces and debris that had hardened like a rock. Pam gently soaked it and cleaned it, another step in restoring dignity to the suffering animal. These weren't simple grooming tasks, but acts of compassion that slowly helped Patty emerge from her shell of pain. The early days of recovery tested Patty's fragile strength. After taking just a few steps, she would sneeze and fall over, her body still too weak to maintain balance. Pam created a special sleeping area with puffy bedding to keep Patty comfortable, tucking her in each night like a precious child. With each passing day, Pam's commitment never wavered. As long as she fights, I will be right by this angel's side.
I think she has a good chance, but again, she has a long ways to go.
As weeks passed, Patty's health began to improve, revealing more about her true self. Pam began to suspect that Patty was older than initially thought, but regardless of her age, Pam firmly believed that no animal deserves this. In Pam's eyes, Patty was worth having a great life and had proven herself to be an extremely lovable girl.
So I love it when I get in the morning and I see her alive and walking. It's going to be a very slow recovery for her. Oh, you didn't fall over. What a good thing you didn't fall over when you shook. I'm very proud. That means you're getting stronger. What a sweet cat.
Patty's journey continued with a trip to the veterinarian for multiple tests. Medical care was essential to recovery, addressing years of neglect. Throughout this process, the community rallied around her. Donations poured in for her care, and Patty received many presents: clothes to keep her warm since she couldn't regulate her body temperature, cozy beds, blankets, and toys.
She has a brand new sweater on that someone sent her. It's a perfect fit. Thank you, whoever sent that. I really appreciate it, but there was no gift tag. This was sent in by a kitty I had adopted, and it was Garadella. Now her name is Lucy. They got this lovely heating pad. I love this. You can set the temperature on it. And this little things to rest your head. I got this $50 gift card from PetSmart. So thank you, Judy Gordon, very, very much. I very much appreciate this, and I love your little note also.
This outpouring of support showed just how many people were touched by her story. Three months of dedicated medical treatment brought miraculous changes. She gained strength and weight.
Look what Patty did this morning. Isn't that nice? Well, it really is, because I'm showing that she's healthy, happy, and running around. So this is what Patty did. See, she did a very good job.
When she finally moved to the main shelter, she had transformed into a social butterfly who got along with everyone.
Patty is now in the big boy shelter, or big girl shelter, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead, look around, sweetheart. Go ahead. She is doing phenomenal.
Her weight had increased to 7 pounds, almost doubling from her arrival weight. Pam and her husband Orrin reflected on the experience, saying Patty was worth every minute of the hours of care. But Patty's medical journey wasn't over yet. She needed dental surgery to address years of neglect. The procedure went well, though 7 teeth had to be removed and a small spot required a biopsy.
Hi, everybody. Here's Patty. She's back from her dental. She's eating all soft foods. Going to be very, very, very soft and pureed.
Through it all, Patty's sweet nature never changed. Pam described her as so precious. And as she recovered, a new chapter in her story began to unfold. A couple named Dave and Deb had learned about Patty and fallen in love with her resilient spirit.
Here's Patty's new parents coming to pick her up. Everybody is concerned about Patty.
Oh, yeah.
So these are the adoptees, and they are going to
It's already set up. Hi, guys.
Though it would be difficult to say goodbye to the cat who had caught her heart, Pam knew that finding Patty a forever home was the best gift she could give to the cat who had fought so hard to survive. Knowing that Patty would be in excellent care for her life made the farewell easier. The new owners even promised to start a Facebook page dedicated to Patty so that everyone who had followed her journey could continue to be part of her story. One year later, on March 17th, 2025, Dave and Deb reflected on the anniversary of Patty's rescue. In a heartfelt Facebook post, they expressed their gratitude to Pam, Orrin, and everyone at It's All About the Animals, Inc. for giving Patty the love and attention she needed to not only get better, but thrive. In her forever home, Patty had blossomed into a healthy, happy cat. Though she enjoyed her fair share of lounging, like she should, according to her new parents, she still found time to play. For Dave and Deb, every day with Patty was a gift, and they felt thankful to call the special survivor their fur baby. From a fragile 3-pound cat unable to stand to a healthy, playful companion, Patty's transformation proves that with proper care and love, even the most desperate situations can turn around. Her story continues to inspire those who hear it, a testament to the impact one small cat can have on so many human hearts. For Patty, every day is now filled with the love and care that once seemed so far out of reach. A true happy ending for a cat who never stopped fighting.